To the High Level CEO series. I am so excited, Carissa Lynn here. I'm excited to have Ruth on. Oh my gosh, she is a sales strategist. She uses energetics and she's about to join us. Hello. Okay, you have joined. Wait, I think you have to request. So I'll let you request, Ruth. Come on in. Here we go. She's coming. We met at a VIP dinner in October, and her energy is contagious. Hello, oh my gosh, welcome, beautiful soul. Let me readjust. I feel like every time I come on a live, like I'm chopped off. So what we need to
I want to
a little higher there. Oh, look at those shoes. I love your background.
Thank you.
That's a great conversation piece, right? Hello.
Yes,
oh my gosh, look at all the beautiful souls joining. Yay! So good. My rings are like, okay, Ruth, let's dive in because I know you have your own mastermind you're going to be joining. So let's dive into this conversation. Oh my gosh. Okay, all these people watching, I'm like, yay. Okay. Yeah, let's dive in. So this is the high level series conversation. So it's, high level conversations. It's not the basics where it's like, let's show up and be consistent. Let's be seen. Mm-hmm. It's like, let's dive into the things that really matter to scale our businesses. And I love watching your posts, and you know that I love, your messaging around how important it is to bring in those systems, to bring in the strategic pieces of your business. Now I know you bring in energetics. It's like in your title. Yes. But yeah, if you just want to talk about what you do, and then you and I can, riff on this conversation around it.
Yes, Carissa. First of all, thank you so much for having me. I'm so glad to be here. I just came back from vacation from Curacao, so I'm still in the island vibes.
Oh my gosh.
Very laid back. You see my tan lines. I'm just like not ready to put winter clothes on yet. I'm still in the island.
Oh, wait, where were you?
Yes, Curacao. So I never heard about this island until my husband was like, we're going to Curacao. So it's part of the ABC Islands, so Aruba, Bonaire, and Curacao. Okay. It's a Dutch colony. So they speak multiple languages. They're beautiful people, beautiful beaches. Like, I had such an amazing time. It's like one of the best vacations ever. It was amazing.
Oh my gosh. I feel like if you and I went on vacation, we would have a lot of fun. You and I together. Oh my God, Costa Rica.
Yes, yeah. I know. I'm telling my husband, I got to go to Costa Rica. He's been there. He loved it. I definitely want to go. Mm-hmm. But yes, for those that are new to my world, my name is Ruth Larby. As Carissa said, I am an energetic sales strategist. I combine both. I help six-figure leaders scale to multiple 6 and 7. And I'm so passionate about systems. Mm-hmm. In particular, because I have a service-based business and I scaled to 7 figures in under 2 years. And the reason why I was able to accomplish this was because I had systems. Mm-hmm. And why I'm so passionate about systems is when I entered the coaching world about a couple of years ago, I would hear mixed messages about, spiritual entrepreneurs don't like systems. They think it's too rigid. They think they should just kind of, go with the flow. And I think the energetics side, because I love energetics, don't get me wrong, but there's nothing more sexy, in my opinion, more energetic but having a system. You need to have a system so that you can have that ease and flow in your life. I didn't spend a week on a tropical island, on a beach, snorkeling, doing all that stuff because I didn't have a system. There was no way I could leave my team and basically make money. This past week, we did about $32,000 in sales. We wouldn't have been able to do a cash collected. We wouldn't have been able to do that without having a systematic approach on how we enroll clients, on how we communicate our offers. It is so important. And what I've noticed in the coaching, spiritual entrepreneur space is that they talk a lot about, wow, you don't have to work too hard, lean into your feminine, all that stuff, and not focusing on the other side. The other side that can support your feminine, that can support your energy. That is why I help women entrepreneurs in particular with their system so that they can have that ease and flow they desire, but they have to have that system for that to happen.
Yeah.
That's a short synopsis.
Yeah. I remember starting my coaching business. I was doing like intuitive readings at first, and, you know, a lot of the kind of psychic work. And there was a lot of, I mean, I was teaching at the same time. I was scaling my product business at the same time, but it was a lot of just like, what do I feel like doing? And, you know, putting out free master classes and trainings just to do it. But there was no like system or flow or automizations, like none of that was there. And then the last year or so, year and a half, I'd say, I started to have a bit more strategy. And of course, that's when my business, you know, started to really skyrocket, was having the systems in place and the strategies. And now this is like what I'm really focusing on even more for myself, but even for my clients. And I think this is something that has been missing. Like you've talked about how it's really leaning into the flow and the feminine, which is beautiful. Like we need that, but we need systems in place, right? We need the strategic pieces in place as well. So that's like what I'm trying to like master even more and lead my clients on, you know, even like speaking about it in my content and in my frameworks that I'm using as well for like my masterminds and whatnot. And even in private coaching, it's like, we have a framework now. It's not just come in and being my energy. I mean, you know, if you're specifically an energetics coach, but like I'm a business coach, bringing in the energetics and mindset, but also like strategy is going to be really massive for people who want to scale to a certain point. Okay, Yerlyn says, what systems do you use? Yeah, what systems? Yeah, if you want to share.
Yeah, I'll talk about my systems. I want to go back on your top point about like business coaches. There are some business coaches that will call themselves business coaches, but they're more on the energetic side, and there's nothing wrong with that. Yeah. But what it is they would disguise it as business coaching, but it's really more energetic. And what will happen is that if there's none of that system in place, that structure, because system is just organization. That's all it is. A system is just an organized step to get you through a process. I think people struggle with the word system because I think it has to be complicated, and it doesn't have to be. And I'm going to talk about the systems that I use in a moment, but I think it's so important that, yes, you know, you can be an energetic mindset coach. That's amazing. But my convictions, you're a business coach, that you need to also offer the strategy, because that's what people, they need. They need that strategic side. I talk about my systems that I had in my $7 million party that was celebrating $7 million that I passed in my service-based business. And the 7 systems, thank you so much. And again, I only was able to do that with systems. But the systems that I talk a lot on is the first step, which is the pre-qualification system. I think what I noticed in the spiritual coaching world is that there was a pattern of people just accepting anybody in the world. And I think it's so important to be able to attract aligned clients, but also to accept only aligned clients. And the only way, thank you, Yerlyn, the only way you can do that is through pre-qualifications. It's almost like dating. You know, sometimes you meet people that look great on paper on their profile, but when you meet with them in person, it's not a match. And you do a disservice if you continue dating that person when you know it's not going to go anywhere. And that's the same with business. Is that when we enroll people into our world, we want to make sure that they're like a soulmate match or close to it. You don't have to be in love with your mentor. Sometimes you may not like them. You may not like them in the sense of some of the stuff they do, right? Yes. But you respect and you like their process. So people get caught up with, oh my gosh, if I don't really like their energy, then they can't be my coach. And I think that's also doing a disservice, because they may have this, what you need to scale and grow your business. But making sure that you accept the right people by asking skillful questions to identify, are they the right match? Gone is the day of just DM me the link and just join my containers and then finding out the hard way that they're not a match. As a CEO, it's so important to be able to properly qualify people, screen people, so that you could be able to deliver service at the highest level. You can't deliver service to the highest level if you have mismatched clients. So this is why pre-qualification is so important. Asking questions about their previous experiences in other containers. Asking questions about what their vision is, what they would like to achieve. What was it that attracted them to you? So you can find out if they're more solution focused or problem focused. Like, these are some of the things you want to know before taking on someone. So pre-qualification is big. The next one is your actual marketing system. And people could actually say marketing comes before pro-qualify, but you could pre-qualify through your marketing. And the challenge that some people face is that we have really good sales and marketing experts, but sometimes they fall short on the delivery side. And that's also another system. So when you have your marketing, you want to make sure that your marketing matches the delivery, or your delivery exceeds the front-end marketing. The number one reason why there is disgruntled, dissatisfied clients is because what they were sold on the front end doesn't match what they get at the back end. And to provide exceptional service, and this is for everyone, some people don't do this intentionally. I don't want to say this that is malice, but to ensure that you serve your clients at the highest level, you want to make sure that your experience on the back end is top notch. And you don't have to have a global, sophisticated system, but how you connect. And the reason why I say this is because I have so much experiences from even on my vacation. Because my husband, he owns timeshare properties. And if you're a timeshare owner, for those that are watching, they usually make you sit on those timeshare presentations. Well, this one wasn't exactly a timeshare presentation. We were selling us on a membership on how you can get access to different vacation homes, but you're not an owner. And I'm going to be short with the story because I'm going to talk about this later on my other stuff. But they did a good job in hyping up. Like, oh, this presentation is going to be amazing, and we're not going to sell you anything. We said it over and over again, and we know in the back of our head, we're going to be sold. Like, this is not, like, sell. Like, it's okay to say, I'm going to invite you to one of my offers. It's okay. And I think sometimes spiritual entrepreneurs get stuck. What you mean this? Do you mean this for longer-term clients and containers? Are you referring to pre-qualifying or marketing your?
Oh, okay. I was going to say, I think it's a pre-qualifier. I think so. Like maybe an application form, or I'm guessing. Yes. I think that's what she means. Yeah. Yeah. For the bigger masterminds.
Okay. Well, definitely for long-term containers, but even a short-term containers, the purpose of, like, whatever your container is, you want to make sure that whoever enrolls in it gets the most out of it. So I'll give you an example. If someone, maybe they are a beginner in entering into this world, and your programs are more high level, for someone that's more advanced, you want to make sure that that person enrolling is at the right place for your, no matter what the price point is. Yeah. It's not about price. You may offer like a low ticket offer, but you're speaking to high level CEOs that have been in the business for a while. Someone just starting out may be like, oh, great, it's great to be in that energy, but don't even know where to begin. So this is why, because talking for me, it wouldn't make sense, because we're nice, it wouldn't make sense. How you pre-qualify as well is speaking about it and how you describe your offer, right? Yeah.
So it doesn't have to be like where you're, it doesn't have to be where you're like in your DMs, you have an application. Let's say it's a $97 masterclass. Yeah. The pre-qualification is how you're selling it in your stories, who is being very clear, right?
Yeah.
On your message.
Yes, because it wouldn't make sense to do, there's volume with the lower ticket sometimes. It doesn't make sense to do the one-to-one call, but just qualifying them through your content, describing who this offer is for, what level they're at. That's a great question, Lynn. Because some people
always has the best questions. She has the best questions always.
I know. We all met in Toronto, Canada. It was amazing. And one of an event, which we share the same mentor, but yes. So selling, marketing, you want to make sure that you're consistent in your marketing. It matches your back end. It's okay to tell people, I'm going to make offers. Like if you're doing a master class, at the end, or even before, you can say, at the end, I'll be making some invitations. It's okay. It's okay. So I went through pre-qualification. There is marketing system. Then there's delivery system, how you deliver your offers. whether it's through a masterclass, program, mastermind, but not just the type of container, but what is that experience for them? Are you providing a world-class experience? Even if you're a solopreneur, do you make them feel like they are the best thing since sliced bread? Like, this is how you retain, which is the next system. Retention is by the experience. Do they feel loved by you? Do they feel supported by you? Do you touch base with your clients? Yes, we talk about being self-led and all that stuff. That's amazing. But if someone was absent in your container, do you say, hey, you know what? I noticed you've been quiet for a while. Are you good? These little things, it's not about babysitting, it's about caring. So there's retention. Oh, before delivery, there's onboarding. How do you onboard them?
Yeah.
This is a piece that a lot of people miss. Like, do you have your welcome strategies, your welcome sequence in place? As soon as they buy something, are they getting a welcome email right away? Are you showing them what the member area looks like if you have one? Are they getting access to your calendar? Like, that experience, that little piece, because this is where people's minds kind of go like, did I make a mistake? Did I make a mistake? Did I make a mistake? I just invested all this money and it's been crickets, right? You want to make sure that onboarding is spectacular. So I talked about that. Onboarding, I talked about delivery.
I love the one, Ruth, where you're saying, because I haven't seen this often, but actually in one of the in my mastermind I'm in right now, we get access to the membership portal. And you can access all these trainings that she's done in the past. So right away, before our mastermind even began, we had access to pre-recorded things. So I was like, obviously just like, like consuming it all. And then like binge watching, but then she also had a navigation video. So it was like a welcome video. And then she like you were saying, it was a video of her going through our membership portal. So we knew where to access things. We knew where to book our one-to-one calls. And it's like, I hadn't ever experienced that before. And I valued it, and it seemed very like next level, I care about what you get. I care about your experience. I care about the transformation. It was really well strategized, put together, a very beautiful part of the system that you're talking about.
I know who you're talking to because I've been that experience as well. And it's beautifully done. And I learned this too from another mentor. And it's funny, like some male mentors are very good with the delivery of the system. So I learned in terms of, if you have a member, make sure you have videos showing how they can navigate, what to expect, that experience. So yes, I know the mentor you're talking about, and she did a fantastic job with that, with the layout. And it does, because as soon as you join a program, you want to feel like, you don't want to feel like you made a mistake. And like, with high-level leaders, we invest, we know what we're getting into. But even with the best of us, sometimes we're like, oh, is this aligned with me? But sometimes we need that reminder. So it's awesome. So delivery, retention, and referrals is the last one. Referrals. If you're delivering exceptional service, you will get referrals. People will be like, oh, I heard about you. I've seen you around. My colleague was in your container. I saw that masterclass. I referred one of my friends referrals is so huge. And the best way to get referrals is just delivering exceptional service. I used to do all of that, but went to Facebook groups and have been putting it all out there. Oh, I missed the first one.
Well, so Ruth, okay, I know we only have a couple of minutes. Everything you said is like incredible. I feel like you have a post that breaks this down too. Do you not? That breaks down these systems? Yeah. So head over to Ruth's page so you can see that, because it's just, it's beautifully written. I think it's a carousel maybe. But for what you're saying, I would love to end on this topic, because this is very like polarizing, I guess, where it's like, we do have these high level mentors and they don't do those kind of like systemizations. It's more like, come into the Facebook group, here's my videos, and that's what you get. You might get a welcome email that leads into the Facebook, and then it's up to you to go in, check the times, watch the recordings, show up live if you want. And that's the program. And it's very simple. It's very easy. So you're Lynn saying, I used to have those ClickFunnels. I used to have those, flow systems in place and all of that, the experience. But now it's like other mentors do this, Facebook groups, easier. Yeah. So what are your thoughts on that? I think it'd be a great thing to end on.
Beautiful, beautiful. Because when I first entered the coaching world, it was all about back end and memberships and member area, right? And then later on, through my investing journey, I noticed these Facebook groups and hosting your content there. Now, I understand why they do it, because it is, it's more easier for sure. And there's no wrong way of doing it. I want to stress this. What I do want to say is that when you have all your content, I know people back up their content, but when you have all your members in a social media platform that you're not the owner of, that you do not control, and trust me, I'm going to share a story in a second. If something goes wrong and your account gets compromised, all your members that are in the group, you lose access to. You lose access to the videos if you haven't backed it up. You're at the mercy of a platform. A platform could close tomorrow. So you have your own member area, and it doesn't have to be complicated. There's a lot of member areas that are easy to use. You control the content. You control whether it goes up or down. You have control of the data. Whereas on a social media platform, you sometimes risk that. On my $7 million party, when I was going live streaming, for a couple of minutes, I was locked out of my account. The live stream stopped, and I got a pop-up and said, "We got to verify your identity." I'm like, couldn't you have done that before?
What was you
so I was
never saying?
Yeah. And literally, like, I was live like this, and then everybody's like, where did she go? And it was a reminder that, you know what? When you do host things like this could happen. It's rare, but it's possible. So, yes, you could do it for the ease and flow Facebook groups, but you run into the risk of what happens if the platform goes away, what happens if you get shut, like closed, locked out, what happens if you get hacked. Yeah. And member areas, it's just, you can contribute into it. You can view, you can see who, I know Facebook, you can do it a little bit, but you can see how far they went in your content. You can upsell them. And there's so many things you could do on the back end. It's beautiful. I love systems. It's sexy. It's the most sexiest thing a CEO can do. Knowing your system, knowing your numbers, all of that stuff. So I'm all for the member area. I do have Facebook groups too, where I hosted things in, but I'm leaning more towards the member areas.
Yeah, I have to say for myself, like I asked myself, where do I want this to go? So for me, an example would be, I have a Business Accelerator Academy that I'm going to be launching in April. I'm choosing to do it in a membership type portal. I'm using Kartra because I want this to be a signature program. I want it to be an evergreen. Like, I want it where I can continue to sell it, right? And not have to keep doing it over and over. You can have it where you have an add-on, maybe you have a Facebook group where you come in once a month, you do a live portion, but there's a lot you can do there. But for me, I'm like, hey, where do I want this to go? And so personally, it feels really like next level to have this be a signature thing that I'm, continually selling an evergreen, whereas in this portal here, that's separate from that platform. And for me, at least it feels more professional. I feel like, if I'm going to be talking about this for a long time and continue to sell it, that's where I want to go, is into that system.
Yeah. And it's beautiful. I mean, you're right. You can do so much stuff and package it in a way where you can sell. Like, it's beautiful. Yeah. Systems are great. And I want to stress this for people that are watching. Systems doesn't need to be complicated. I think that's what people get stuck on. I don't want to have these systems. It's going to be too complicated. I'm going to be working so much. No. Systems make you have more ease in your life, what you desire. Without the systems in place, it's harder to get to ease because if you're relying on your energy alone, that is not a strategy. It's not a strategy that's sustainable. You want to have something that supports your energy. Absolutely.
Okay, I love that. I feel like that could be like a quote right there. This is going to be like your next post today.
Yes.
Yes. Right there. So beautiful. Oh my gosh, thank you for coming. I realized, as we're talking, like my body was so like excited, and I feel like I could talk to you forever about this. So I realized, I'm like, no, I'm a big I turned into a strategy nerd. I'm all about psychic, multidimensional, energetics, just like you. But like, we're having this conversation, and like when you're getting excited about it, it's like, yeah, it's my jam. So thank you for coming on and talking about this. Thank you for bringing this to the table. So everyone go check out Ruth, go try to find that post. What do you have, going on in your world? If there's a woman watching right now who are like, I want to go to that next level. I want to go to this like high level CEO status. This isn't my jam, and I'd love to be supported. What are some ways that they could work with you?
Great question. The best way to work with me is I have some accepting applications right now for my 6 weeks one-to-one intensive, and it's designed to fill in the leaks in your current sales system, or if you don't have a system, we're going to create one so that it will allow you to enroll clients on repeat every month. So this is for the leader who wants to scale to multiple 6 or to 7. I'll be showing you the systems that I put in place to allow me to scale my business to under 7 figures in 2 years and to $7 million plus to this point. I feel strongly about systems. I don't want you sitting, posting consistently without a strategy behind it. So this is what I walk people through. So I'm accepting applications. For people that are in my one-to-one space, you have to apply to see if we're a good match. So the link is in my bio. If you follow me, you'll see that. And yes, and we can just have a conversation where you are at in business and to see if that offer or something else may be best suited for you.
I love it. Well, thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of your day. Get on over to your, I know you have your other mastermind, but thank you so much for being a part of this. This is like something that I'm like so passionate about, and it needs to be talked about more. And I know that it's starting to swing more this way of, you know, having both, right? The energetics and the strategy and the systems. And then you can skyrocket to your 7 million, just like you.
Well, I love how you change your handle to CEO. I remember what it was before, and then you transitioned to that. I'm like, yes, own that CEO vibe. Oh, that's who you are, Carissa.
Totally.
You are a phenomenal CEO, and I've been watching your growth, and I'm like so excited to witness the next level for you. Like, it's amazing. Amazing.
Thank you, Ruth. Now I'm like, oh, you made my day. You made my day. Well, thank you so much. I'm so honored to have you on here. Bye, Ruth.
Thank you so much.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.